United States has picked it up. I'm very grateful that it's now on.
It's trash.
Like,
It's trash. 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 It's trash.
yeah.
Hello, and welcome back to the spoilerCast, the show where we talk about movies and we don't care about spoiling them. And welcome to this special Patreon episode. Since
it is.
This is a Patreon episode. Yeah. I know it's sorry to everyone. The last free episode was cancelled because, well, first you got sick, then I got kind of sick, and we didn't really have time to record or watch the same movies.
Time or energy.
Yeah. So this Patreon episode is going to be a little bit special. We're going to do an extra long one. Where we're going to talk about a bunch of movies. Some that I've seen, some that you've seen, some we've both seen. And because it's an extra long Patreon episode, it's going to be an extra long Patreon sneak peek for everyone on YouTube. So, it's some sort of compensation, I suppose. But because
we'll also try to cram in a bunch of movies, maybe.
That's what I just said. I'm sorry. That's what I just said. We're going to talk about movies you've seen, movies I've seen, movies we've both seen, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry, my cat was yelling. I was distracted.
Okay. So, the original idea, like we said in the last free episode, was we were going to talk about the new Sam Raimi movie, Send Help.
Yes.
Now, we've both seen that one, right?
Yes.
Yes. But I saw it in the cinema.
Yeah.
Should we... Because other than that, I've also seen The Housemaid, and I've seen Iron Lung, and you've seen Iron Lung,
Eddington, and
Eddington, right?
I saw Train Dreams.
Oh, right.
And I've seen I don't even know what the full name is, but the Dominate Experience Stray Kids concert movie.
The Stray Kids concert movie, the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's seen a couple of movies that I've seen before, Train Dreams and Eddington. But we haven't talked about them. I think I've mentioned Train Dreams.
Because I hadn't seen them before.
Yeah. So we're just going to talk about all of them.
Yeah.
But I think we'll start... I don't know what we're going to start.
I just want to live. Is that so wrong?
Okay, let's do Iron Lung.
Because we've both seen that one as well.
Both seen it. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Kind of get that... this is going to sound a little bit weird. We kind of want to get that out of the way.
Okay. Well, everyone knows, at this point, I think everyone on YouTube knows Iron Lung. Written, directed, and starring Markiplier?
Markiplier.
What's his name? Mark Fishbaum?
Fishbacher? Fish something?
Yeah.
Fishbach.
Yeah, it's about the... How the hell do you explain this movie? It's about a future where all the planets and stars have disappeared except for, a few moons and asteroids. And a convict from a space station is sent down. He's welded into a submarine, and he is plunged into an ocean of blood to find something.
Yeah. To explore it.
Yeah.
I guess they call it.
Based on a video game by Mark Szymanski, who's also involved in writing of the movie, and he was on set as kind of, coach, do this, do this. But I think his official title is that he's a writer.
Yeah.
Not producer or anything. No, exactly. Yeah. This is it's not Markiplier's first movie. Mark Fishbach. It's funny though, in the trailer or in the movie, he is credited as Markiplier, which is
really, dude?
I know you're not separating yourself completely from this as a YouTuber like the Raka Raka twins or, the Filippo twins does.
Everyone knows you're Mark Fishbach as well.
It sounds more... It's kind of like Troy Baker does one of the voices. They don't say also starring Joel from Last of Us. No, it's Troy Baker,
No, Exactly.
Whatever. It's his choice. And
Sure.
I promise you, it got applause all over the world whenever they saw
Oh,
on the screen instead of Mark Fishbaugh.
Yes.
So, yeah.
What did you think of Iron Lung?
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I fucking say good on you for some of the stuff, and some of it was just like, oh my god, this sucks ass. It's very much pretty good or pretty bad. It's straight down the middle for me.
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards bad, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It didn't capture me at all, and I really tried. I really tried to like focus on it, but I was like, I don't know if I'm confused or if I'm just not interested. I don't know what's going on half of the time. Parts of it really felt like a YouTube video, which is annoying.
Yeah.
Then towards the end, there was more happening, which felt less like a YouTube video and more like a movie. But like moments when he was basically just sitting in a room, I was like, this is like watching him play Five Nights at Freddy's or something. Like, nothing is happening. He's just mumbling to himself, swearing excessively for no real reason.
I mean, he's annoyed. You know.
Yeah, but it felt so forced somehow. It didn't sound natural. And we're all very confused because we know nothing and he knows nothing. And it's like, what are we watching here? What's going on? But when both of us are confused and we don't really get to know anything until like the last, I felt like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's when they really start explaining. And I gotta say, I didn't really follow along.
No, I couldn't follow along. It was because we got all of it in the end, and by then we were like already not focused enough, and there was too much at once then.
Yeah.
While everything was happening with the fucking blood leaking in, and there was fire, and there was so much happening at once all of a sudden.
Yeah.
We went from like a pace of like 5 to a pace of like 500.
Yeah.
With a jump cut basically in between.
Basically, yeah. It's a jump cut dream.
Yeah. So I wanted to like it.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
I mean, this is not, you know, if we're gonna compare it to other YouTuber movies, you know, but he still seems like this. He's still a YouTuber, just like Chris Stockman is still a YouTuber. But
yes,
like if we're gonna clump in Raka Raka Twins there, which is not fair, I guess, but still,
no, not
like,
really.
This is not on the level of Talk to Me or Bring Her Back. Like those are fucking some of the best movies I've seen in the last 10 years.
Yes,
and it's not Shelby Oaks, which. I mean, fucking, I really wanted to like that one, and it just didn't. It was so boring. It's somewhere in the middle of that, I would say.
I would say parts of this is worse than Shelby Oaks.
No,
Parts
I
of it are
disagree with that. What parts?
Maybe it's just because I couldn't focus then, I guess.
Yeah, but which parts?
When he started going into the crawl space for no fucking reason and going insane before there was blood and all that stuff, before he had contact with anyone outside, I was like, what is he doing? Why is he going down the crawl space? Why is there even a fucking crawl space?
Well, there's where the engine is. You need to have if there's a problem with the engine, you need to get down there, but you don't want the engine out in the open. That's just
no,
how you design a vehicle.
That could have just been a hatch. Or something. Anywho, that's the detail of the crawl space wasn't the thing, but I didn't understand what he was doing there, really.
Well, when you're stuck in that small of room, and there's no real way out. I mean, obviously there's no way out because he's in an ocean of blood, but that's just how you do. Like, I mean, I've never been locked in a small space like that, but I mean, you've seen in movies where people like, you start looking for anything. You start looking for anything really, like anything.
True.
You can open up anything. Maybe there's like I can. Oh, look, there's some wiring here I can remove and use as a weapon or anything. So when he finds,
sure,
he sees the cover or the lid, whatever you call it, lookout, whatever.
Hatch.
The hatch, yeah, because there's a blinking light. So he's like, oh, there's something
Right.
below me, so he needs to go see what it
I
is.
can check it out.
And
I
I
guess,
mean,
yeah.
and when he gets there, he says, all this for the fucking black box? Because that's all really that's down. It's the engine and the black box.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I was fine with those things. The problem is that, or the big problem for me is that the original video game does not have a protagonist. It has. I mean, you play a character, but there is no character. The character has no backstory. He has no dialogue. You have no information on how he is. It's just you are a convict welded into a submarine in an ocean of blood. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The only thing about it is you are a convict. I don't even know if that is something that's in the video game. I think so. I played it years ago, when it was fairly new still. And I'll say that also. I wasn't really a fan of the video game. I know it blew up because it was one of those like short horror experiences that was perfect for YouTube. And yeah, there is some atmosphere to it, but overall it's just like you do the same thing over and over for an hour and a half, and then a monster eats you.
The player controls an unnamed convict. So you are a convict, yeah.
So that's where they needed to flesh out the character. That would probably be, if I was gonna adapt the video game, that would be my main goal. Like, who is the character? Why is he down there?
They tried a little bit with like adding why he was convicted, but it was kind of vague. And then he's like, "But it wasn't actually my fault." And you're like, "Okay, are we supposed to be sympathetic now because he like took the fall for someone else, for his brother, I think?" Yeah,
they kept calling them brothers. I think they were just like brothers in arms, so to speak.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Either way, it felt like we needed more to actually sympathize with him.
Yeah. And then we get into the main problem then, because you can always flesh out a character like that, which I think they did fairly well. The big problem is that with this has a like modern fan fiction, it's obviously not fan fiction, it's an original work, but David Zemansky, no offense to Mr. Zemansky, I like your other games. I mean, I like Iron Lung too. But he's not a professional. I mean, he is a professional right now. Jeez. What I'm saying is, his writing level is on the fan fiction level. It's on the YouTuber level. Because he has written extensive lore for the video game. Like there's the 300-year like timeline of what happened all the way back in like 1992 up until 2370 or whenever, when the movie / video game takes place. And all the whole thing with where the planets disappeared, it's the Quiet Rapture, and there's the Filament Station and the Eden Station, and there's a lot of and how in 1992 that's when in this timeline that's where people colonized Mars, and that's where we became like a spacefaring civilization, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And like that's what and that's this is a textbook example of why I hate extensive world building and lore, because that's all we have in the video game. And unless you actually go into the little computer in the back of the submarine and start typing out, start figuring out what you're supposed to type to get all that info, the video game is an hour long where you push a couple of buttons, you click a couple of times to see some skeletons, and then a big fish eats you. That's it. And I was like, why
not write the lore into the actual game then to make it like more fleshed out? Why add that as an Easter egg almost?
Yeah. But, and I think we've talked about this before, but it's good to talk about it now because it's so much the main problem with this stuff. People nowadays, kids or young adults, people, our generation and lower, yeah, exactly, Alpha and Z or
younger or whatever,
younger. They're so used to reading summaries and synopses. Like we grew up on Wikipedia. We grew up on reading walkthroughs to video games. Like we got our stories condensed into a little piece of this. So we don't care about like if someone can write like 1,000-year like alternative history where Hitler won and this is what happens 1,000 years into the future. Like, oh, that's very interesting. Yes, that's fun. That's fun to read as some sort of like distraction. But it's not very emotionally engaging. But it is on an informational level interesting.
Yeah.
And since everyone's autistic now, they're like, I can't engage with anything emotionally, but I think it's interesting to see this different history or this sci-fi world being fleshed out. It's very important for me to have all the details. And that's all this video game is. Like, it's cool backstory, but I don't care about this guy in the submarine. Why should I care about him?
It's either we want all the lore and nothing else, or it's short form. We don't want to know anything. We just want to be able to go to the next thing. Yeah. This is a weird combination of the both, because you can finish this game quickly in like an hour and not have to care about anything. You just get to the next game. Or you can stay in the game and search up and read 1,000 pages of stupid lore that has nothing to do with the character.
And I'll say this.
There's no character. There's no character in the middle.
Yeah. And I like lore. I like to read about.
Sure.
If I but it's usually rooted in when I enjoy
the character already.
The character, like, two of my favorite universes. I've mentioned this before. It's Mass Effect and Dead Space.
Oh yes.
But it didn't start with me reading all the cool lore and what are the necromorphs, what are the necromoons, who are the reapers, who are the blah blah blah, who's sovereign. No, I got attached.
Started with finishing the game.
Yeah, I get attached to the characters, and their plight. And the story going on around them. And then I was like, oh, but there's a whole world around this. I'm interested now. I want to learn more.
More about the characters and the universe in like a whole.
Yeah. Because they keep hinting at, what the fuck is it called? Uniformity? Whatever it's called. The weird religion, the fake religion in Dead Space. Like, because they keep talking about how unitology, how it turns out all the backstabbers and all, they're fucking unitologists and they're trying to bring it back. It's like, what the hell is unitology? How did this start? That's where I get interesting. I'm not just gonna like be handed a backstory to something I don't care about. Then I'm just like, oh, okay. Unless it's very interesting. Which I gotta say, the lore in Iron Lung is not very interesting. All the planets disappeared, and there's 3 moons left and one of them has a blood ocean. Whoa, okay. That's the length I will go to. Like,
the only thing I want to know about that is like, how are the moons still there if their planets disappeared?
I guess they start.
That's the only thing I want to know. But
I guess they start, just free floating.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, it's just like, okay. Oh, cool. I mean, I don't know.
By the way,
I don't know how much more
on IMDb they say that a convict explores a blood ocean on a desolate moon using a submarine called the Iron Lung to search for missing stars / planets.
Yeah, which is.
How do you search for them in the blood ocean on one of the moons? I'm guessing they're searching for information around how the stars disappeared.
Which it turns out
possibly
he kind of is in the end. Well, he's looking for anything, but in the end, he finds something that the last submarine found. And let's talk about that then, because what the hell was going on in the end?
I have no clue.
I watched some nerd, like, who did like lore about the Iron Lung video game and the movie.
I didn't have time to do any research, and I was like, I don't understand anything that happened in the end.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I understand what like how it ended.
No, not me, because it turns out. So he gets kind of. It turns out there are things living in the blood ocean.
Yes, that much we understand.
Yeah. And one of them kind of grabs his submarine and throws him into a system of tunnels. So he's like, oh shit, I'm going to die down here now. I don't have enough air to get back. And down there in that system of tunnels, he finds another submarine, which has been, punctured. It's been destroyed. And And when he finally gets, contact with Eden Station, whatever they call it.
I was about to call it the surface, but it's not the surface.
It's a space station.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, and I found the SM-8 submarine, so, I wasn't the first one down here, I told you. I'm like, what, you found it? We need the information that's on their black box. Whatever. And before that, he has been talking to the people who were stuck down there in the old submarine. But then he wasn't, because turns out that the microphone, the speaker thing was broken.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't.
Yeah. But then it wasn't. Exactly.
So was he just going crazy, or who was he talking to? I wasn't sure. First I thought he was just making up something in his head because he saw the submarine. So because he was going crazy down there. So he was just talking to no one, and they were making up this story about, you must help us, we have so much information for you, blah, blah, blah.
The first time he heard a voice, it sounded like he recognized the voice to me. It was like, do you know who this is? Is this like a lost lover? Is this someone who died in the explosion you accidentally did not cause? Yeah. Like, what's going on here? But then, then it went even weirder, so that kind of disappeared.
Yeah. And then it turns out, there's no one surviving there. The voice is coming from somewhere. This is as I'm watching the movie. I got some more information later. I don't know how much information you gleaned out of it. But, so in the end, the big thing that's living in the Blood Ocean seems to want to try to stop him from getting back after he downloads the information from the SM-8 submarine.
Yes.
And it's that thing that's talking through the voices from the people on the submarine to him? But not through the speaker system, but into his brain, basically?
Yeah. It's like the Reapers or something talking to your mind.
Yeah. So it's trying to stop him from getting them the stuff that was on the ship, and they were talking about they were talking in metaphors, but then it's actually literal, because they were talking about how can a god, exist if he only watches a universe through a sliver of light?
Yeah.
It's like, but
are they talking about the creature, or like?
But then it's like, but he can, because he accepts the light or something. I was like, oh, what are you getting at? Okay. But then it turns out. So anyway, so the monster has to stop him, and he uses his submarine to kill the monster. He goes into overload or something, and he rams it into the monster and explodes it. And then he has attached because he finds a life preserver, which is kind of funny because it's a submarine in space. So what is he going to do with the life preserver? But he uses it. He attaches it to the black box where he has downloaded the stuff from the other black box, and it actually floats up to the surface of the ocean. So, he does get the information out of there. And I was just like, oh, okay. Because they keep repeating the whole, this is bigger than you, this is bigger than us, this is for everyone.
Sure.
That's his mission, and then it becomes very, the information on here is bigger than just us. So he kind of sacrificed himself to get that information to the humans.
Yeah.
But so I was like,
even though they're very adamant in telling us that there's technically not enough humans left to sacrifice someone like this, but we kind of won't have to because we need the information anyways.
It's a calculated risk. You're not gonna throw away a life, but his life is worth sacrificing to get that information.
Yeah,
that's the thing. But then, so I was like, what actually happened here? So the monster tried to stop him from getting what information?
Exactly.
That's what I wasn't sure. It's gonna save us all. Oh, but what is it? They never explained.
And how is it gonna save you?
Yeah. This guy, I don't know. The video I saw afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got his info from. I'm guessing he has read all the lore because he seemed like a nerd. He couldn't pronounce certain words. He was also, at least in the end, I clicked off when he said that, though. So I think he, for the most part, we're just reading back stuff that that's actual, canon lore. Because he said, in the end, it's going to be some story crafting as well. I was like, no, and I clicked off because I don't want to hear your theories. Fuck you. But he explained it that when they were talking about, seeing the universe through a sliver of light, that sliver of light basically was real. Not that you're seeing the universe through it, but that there's like a basically like a star down there. That's the sliver of light, and it has like the condensed information of an entire universe in it or something. And when the quiet rapture happened, when all the planets disappeared and all the stars, the humans didn't just poof out of existence. Their entire, like, the mass of all humans, I guess all life in the universe, was condensed into the blood ocean. That's all the blood of all the humans that disappeared in the rapture.
Ew.
Yeah.
So they kind of did poof, but, into blood.
Yeah.
They melted.
Yeah. And that has something to do with then the star thing down there, and that it's almost like a new creation story, because that's also something I found out that I found out through the video I saw. David Zemansky is he called him like an official self-proclaimed Catholic, but I think he just meant he's a practicing Christian. He's a Christian who actually, goes to church, reads the Bible, believes.
And all that stuff.
Not just that, I go to church on Sundays
I'm
and
Christian.
I'm a Christian. No, he believes.
Yeah.
He's a real Christian, so to speak.
It's not just something you use to introduce yourself. You actually believe.
Like, technically, I'm a Christian.
Yeah, we're baptized and all that stuff.
And I am still technically written into, the Church of Sweden.
Same.
Otherwise, you're not allowed to get buried, so which is weird. Anyway, that's beside the point.
You're not allowed to get buried in a
graveyard
owned by the Swedish church.
But that's like all graveyards in Sweden. Anyway. So there's a lot of like religious themes and religious iconography in this. That's why it's called the quiet rapture, because the rapture is, the end, the end of the world and all that.
Yes.
And through the quiet rapture, there is like a new creation, because when all the humans were consolidated, which is funny that they use the consolidation of humans, is also everyone still living has to consolidate on Eden, Filament, and whatever stations are still around.
Yeah.
There was a literal consolidation of human mass into the blood ocean and to this thing, which is also what created the monsters in the blood ocean. So they're created by...
My brain is like short-circuiting here. I'm not...
That is supposed to be
really
an official like lore thing. He didn't make that up himself. That's something he read somewhere. I'm guessing. If I'm wrong, blame Ethan on everything, I think the channel was called. So it was,
but so this star that's somewhere in the blood ocean is the beginning and end.
It's basically God.
It's basically God, yeah. And then these creatures
they're the new
what?
life. They're the new life.
They're the new life. Yeah. Okay. And the humans who stayed on the space stations are just stragglers.
Yeah,
and they shall all die in the end.
Yeah, they weren't supposed to survive
to make way for the new world with the monsters.
I don't know. But they weren't supposed to survive, which I guess is another like Christian thing, because they don't believe in space. So of course it's only the people on the planets that disappear. They believe in space, but you know what I mean? Is
Yeah.
So that's the story, and I was just like, none of that is in the movie.
No.
They just talk about.
I guess what's in the movie is like, it's the convict. Does he have a name?
Simon.
I don't remember.
That's a whole thing.
Simon, right?
Yeah. My name's Simon.
Yeah. By the way. He gets like reconciliation by this from his supposed sins, I suppose, with the explosion that he did or did not cause.
Yeah.
That's the thing that actually happens in this movie, I guess, towards the end. But I'm not sure.
Well,
if it's worth it.
No, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, So there's a very convoluted and complex lore here, and there's a lot of like references to Christianity and all this, Easter eggs in the plot and everything, and and one of the stations is called Filament, which is close to Firmament, which is also part of the Bible, and the fact that the main station is called Eden, and it's floating above Mars, which in 2100 or something is more populated than Earth in this timeline. So it's the main like hub of humanity at this point. It's basically New Earth. And floating above it is Eden, containing the last remaining tree. The tree of knowledge. Like, whoa, okay. So that's like, okay. And that's that's interesting. But it's not. But it's cool.
And somewhere in that they mentioned that all humans, from dust you become and dust you will be again or something.
No, that's what I'm getting at. He's not trying to reach some sort of point with all the lore. It's not like, humans are ultimately not important. No, it's just, this is what happened. It's like reading a history book for something that hasn't happened. Or will not happen, because it's a science fiction universe. That's what lore is.
Which is why I didn't like this movie, because it didn't give me anything.
Yeah,
there was nothing there.
That's my problem with it. I can't emotionally engage with fake history. I can barely emotionally engage with real history.
True.
Because it's so far removed. Like, I'm reading about what happened to those poor people back in the medieval Dark Ages. Like, yeah, it sucked. I don't care.
But, yeah.
That's the same thing here. Like, cool, shit. All people disappeared. And there's a moon with a blood lake on it. Okay. So? Like, it's this constant need of, like, I need to get more information. I'm just not that autistic. I'm not a Spurg. I don't care. Like, unless it's emotionally engaging, I do not care. Why should I care?
I could have cared. Again, I could have cared if the character was interesting enough. If we understood his why he was here and why he opposed it. We didn't really fully get that story either.
No,
it was just too much other.
You can
in general.
Yeah, you can have all that. You can have all that backstory and lore if you want to, but then it needs to be sort of. You need to be able to draw parallels to your main character.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Because of the Quiet Rapture, the world, humanity got a lot harsher. It was much less, and people got. You would guess that the people running the space stations are probably religious nuts. Because, kind of like in The Mist, how the crazy Christian lady takes over and becomes the leader.
Yeah.
Because
that's usually what happens. People turn to religion when
there's nothing else. Yeah.
Feeling unsure.
You turn to religion because religion is always sure of itself. Yeah. So you can see that maybe these were like, people opposing, the religious zealotry going on Filament and Eden Station or something. But we don't know. We don't really know that. It's just like, they weren't nice, so we decided to destroy the tree or whatever they were going to do with Filament Station. I don't even know exactly what was going on.
There was an explosion. That's basically all we know, and he was somehow connected to it.
Yeah, and then in the end, it's him, because he just wants to do this mission so I can get out of here. I just want to be free. I just want to live. But in the end, he sacrifices himself for something bigger. Sure, that's a classic, hero's journey and ends in a heroic death. But he didn't really go on the full journey, like, because we don't really know, like, maybe he always wanted to, like, he wasn't like, I mean, other than him saying, I just want to live, I just want to get out of here, that's, hey, you were supposed to let me out of here if I did this thing.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't, I don't know if he was selfish or if he was a bad person, especially since he keeps saying, like, hey, I'm not a butcher, I'm not a murderer, like, so were you not, or, like, him going in this redemption arc doesn't make sense because we don't really know what he's redeeming.
Because we don't care. Yeah.
So
overall, I'm giving this a 1 out of 5.
Oh, okay. I haven't graded it yet, but I guess it's good that we talked about it because I was like, it's a 5 out of 10, it's 2.5 out of 5. But yeah, talking about it, like, I guess I just want to be just like with Shelby Oaks. I just want it to be successful. So I'm rooting for it, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a $3 million movie. It's made its budget back 10 times at this point.
Of course, yeah. And we've talked about
That's
that
very
like,
important.
off screen. That
yeah.
It is a very important thing that he has done this all on his own, that he has managed to make this money back, that he has topped the box office for a while, despite the little pushback from the Hollywoods.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's not a good movie.
No. It's not.
Like, kudos, like we said with Shelby Oaks, kudos for getting it out there, for doing it. Unfortunately, it's not a good movie.
Yeah.
Which most people are not willing to admit. In the reviews I've realized, lots of them are doing like, I really like Markiplier, and he needs like credit for doing this, so I'm giving you a 4 stars.
Yes, and that's what.
No, that's not.
That's
fair.
kind of what I was talking about. That's the how you can't look at this like some regular movie and say, look, small independent movies can make lots of money. It's like, no. This is not a small independent movie. This is a movie made by one of the most famous people in the world. Yeah. At least on YouTube for our generations, you know.
He's top 10
biggest
probably most famous YouTubers of all time. Yeah.
So it's not fair to judge this against any other 3 million self-distributed movie that's being put out through festivals or whatever. It's not fair. So that's why it's getting higher. It's higher scores, better reviews than it deserves. I mean, yeah. But at the same time, but that might be because once again, it's more the behind the scenes reason why they're giving it a high score. Because Polygon, although Polygon is video games, so of course they're going to be a little bit biased. They gave it a 75 out of 100 on Metascore. It has a 53 Metascore.
Yeah,
which is when I first saw it, I was going to land somewhere around there. But yeah, talking about it, it's lower than that. The AV Club gave it a 75. Polygon first. Tasha Robinson wrote, Iron Lung is an immersive experience. It traps the audience in a close, suffocating space with Simon and the seemingly inevitability of his death, and the sense of terror is palpable and thrilling. AV Club writes, as a performer, Fishbach's frantic performance, that's a bad sentence, can sometimes be distractingly monotonous, but as a filmmaker, he has an impressive eye not only for compositional details, but also for how his images cut and flow together. I'll give him that. Like, the editing was really good on this. Since you have such a small space, you have to make the most of it. So the fact that he had literally had to light up the back of it with the camera, I thought was a nice detail.
Sure, that was a nice detail. The constant
like dripping and hissing from the pipes everywhere. And it's water. Sometimes it's blood. Like, what the fuck? Little details like that was good. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Sorry, I read a user review that gave it a half star. But the last sentence, or the second to last sentence. First of all, this person obviously didn't like it. Somewhere in the middle it says, I absolutely hated every second of this. Okay. But it's funny because I don't know who Markiplier is, and I never heard of this video game, but I never want to encounter either of them again. that's so good for you for watching it despite not knowing shit about it.
Yeah.
That's the most fair fucking review I've ever
heard. That's the
then.
Audience we need reviewing this. People who are not fans of the video game or fans of Markiplier. Who are just there because,
and I do agree with the opening. Catastrophically dull. What little plot there is hinges on a series of infrared photographs that are so blurry and distorted that you can't tell what is causing the characters to react so strongly to them. Agreed. You barely saw shit on most of those photos.
I think they're like, at least, like I said, I haven't played it in years, but it looked like the actual photos from the video game. I'm not sure.
I think so too. I recognized it. I haven't played it, but I've watched someone's playthrough partially. I don't know. I don't know if it's probably not. Probably Jacksepticeye.
Markiplier has played through it though. Obviously.
I know. Duh. But I think, because I'm not a super fan of Markiplier in general. Like, I like the whole, when he did Unus Annus.
Unus Annus was good.
That was fun. But I don't like him and his gameplay.
I like
can't
some of
stand
them.
him.
And because I like his voice. Hello, my name is Markiplier.
I don't like his voice.
Oh, okay.
It's too sleazy.
And his like, I haven't followed him. I just know of him. And I know him through PewDiePie more than I've actually watched him.
He has this aura of like, I'm better than you. And I don't like that.
No, I don't really get that. That's just because he
he's
sounds so
the hot nerd.
damn good. That's just
Yeah,
the
but
voice.
he's like
He doesn't act that way.
He's the hot nerd.
No.
And he knows
No,
it.
he's a little manlet. You know how
He
short
even
he
fucking
is?
took off his shirt to
know.
show off his physique, which was so unnecessary.
I know.
Was the most well-lit shot in the entire movie. Just because he wanted to show off his pecs?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
No, but he's short and he has that. He's not ripped. He's more.
But
he's like yoked.
Yeah,
So he has the muscles,
he's
but a
got
little bit of body
muscle
fat
to
over
him.
it.
Yeah, but in his long, luscious hair and all that.
Yeah, that was so much. His hair was a character in and of
hated it.
itself. He should have cut his hair.
Pull
for
it back, my
Pull
guy.
it back. It was better when it was pulled back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody operates
That's
machinery
one of my-
with hair hanging in your face. Come on, bro.
One of my biggest gripes when it comes to any horror action movies is people with long hair not tying it back. I'm sorry, but that's not how it works. If you're hiding even, you're taking 5 seconds to tie back your hair. I will die on that hill.
Yeah. Although you wanted to see when he gets dunked in the blood, you wanted to see the locks of hair with the blood. So I get it.
Yeah, but by then it could have come out.
Sure.
Whatever. No. This is a 1 out of 5 for me. I'm sorry.
I won't go that far, but it's a 2 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, but I gave Shelby Oaks a 1.5. So.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm
okay.
I might go 1.5 just because, but man, I'd rather watch Shelby Oaks if I'm being honest.
No, this was much more original. I mean, it's a dystopian sci-fi Lovecraftian horror movie set in one little submarine. That's cool. Like, concept is cool.
Maybe I have to watch it again and try to focus even more. But when
when this comes out on digital, I'm definitely renting it because I want to watch it.
Sure,
properly,
yeah. Yeah, maybe that'll help. But for now, it's a 1.
Sure. Okay. All right. I guess we're moving on then.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So, sorry. Send Help. Directed by Sam Raimi. Written by Damien Shannon and Mark Swift. Starring Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. And it's an employee and her insufferable boss become stranded on a deserted island, the only survivors of a plane crash. Here, they must overcome past grievances and work together to make it out alive. They're really selling it as like a survivor drama.
Yeah.
At least in the title there. The trailer kind of gives it away that this is a batshit crazy movie.
There's some more there.
But let's do this the right way. What did you think of Send Help?
I liked it. I really liked it. It had a bit of it had some nostalgia to it somehow.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure why exactly. Maybe seeing Rachel McAdams in something new, and then Dylan O'Brien, of course. He's one of my favorite actors, and I don't know why. Because he is good, but he does very similar roles all the time.
Sure.
He has a very samey way of playing all of his characters, even if this one was a complete douchebag.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have the greatest range.
No.
But he's good.
But when he does the thing he does, he's good at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nasty, it was terrifying, it was funny, it was exciting. It was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
To keep it simple.
All right.
Because, because if I want to say more, I think I'm going to spoil
Well, yeah,
some stuff, But what did you think of it?
I liked it quite a bit. I mean, I loved it. I did love it. I think the only thing holding it back is the fact that it's a little bit, which I think I mentioned this to you when we talked about it briefly. It is a bit derivative, because I mean it's a Robinson Crusoe, Castaway, Survivor, the TV show. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of, it's taking inspiration from a lot of earlier
Other movies.
other movies. Yeah. Triangle of Sadness is the latest one about people getting caught on an island, where the power dynamics are, tested, which I think is a big influence.
I thought of another movie, of like a teenage movie, but I can't for the life of me remember what it's called.
I remember like a young adult TV show you watched, basically like Lost but for kids. Do you remember that one? I think
Yes.
Corbin Bleu was on it.
Possible. It was like Flight to 143 or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah, but I was thinking, it's an Amanda Bynes movie.
oh, I don't know.
Love Wrecked, I think is the
Oh,
English.
okay. And then
Where she and like a celebrity fall off a boat and get stranded. But turns out maybe they're not.
And then of course there's what's it called, like 6 Days, 7 Nights or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
The Harrison Ford and Hesh movie. Yeah, like when you start thinking about it, there's a lot of like Deserted Island movies.
But the latest one was, of course, Triangle of Sadness. Before that, it hadn't been one in a while. I think.
No, it hadn't been one in a while, but that was the one it takes the most inspiration from, I think. So while a lot of people gave this like a really good score, like 4 out of 5, as I see from Man Caring Thing here and some other people. I liked it that much, but like as a professional film critic, I had to dog it a little bit for like it's basically Triangle of Sadness, but without all the philosophical shit going on. It's just madness.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. I've also haven't seen that many movies this year, but still.
So far,
Yeah.
Did you notice that Danny Elfman did the music?
Yeah. This
It was kind of strange, but also very fitting sometimes.
very fitting.
But there was a moment where I was like, yeah, this is very Danny Elfman. Where it sounded like almost like a child's movie or something.
That was
I think it was the intro. Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah, because that's his style,
Yes.
and that's
I
also
think that was the only time I really thought of it. Other than that, it was just good music in the background.
yeah, and that's kind of another thing I liked. But this was like a proper Sam Raimi movie. It wasn't a Sam Raimi like director for hire movie.
No.
Even though he didn't write it, he had. Why can't I find full cast and crew? There it is. He had Danny Elfman doing the music again, like he did with the first 2 Spider-Man movies, and he did some of the movies for Army of Darkness. I think they've worked together a bunch.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure. I think he's worked with Bill Pope before as a cinematographer. Same thing, Bob Murawski as an editor. I think at least Bob Murawski worked on Spider-Man as well. And I think I saw someone else that I recognized. Yeah, he worked on Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2. Yeah, exactly. As an editor. I thought I saw someone else I recognized, but whatever. It just felt like a proper Sam Raimi movie.
Yeah.
The only
like
thing
he got to do what he wanted to do with it, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
Go as crazy as you want to.
Yeah, because I don't know if they had him in in consideration when they wrote the script. But so because it feels like he added some stuff, like the part where the Evil Dead zombie demon comes out of the water to scare Rachel McAdams. Like, that wasn't in the script. He put that in there. He wanted he wanted a demon hag in there.
Yeah, maybe they had like she'll have a nightmare because of her conscience, but he was like, yes, let's make it this way.
yeah, exactly. And all the it is quite like conservative with the ultra violence at first.
Sure.
Except for the plane crash, which is very funny. The guy getting stuck with his tie and smacking on the outside of the plane, going, "Help me!" But then it is pretty conservative for like an hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Then all hell breaks loose for the last act, so to speak. And that's like, yes, here we go. Even though you still had the editing and the cinematography and the style of Sam Raimi, you were like, are we not gonna get all the blood and gore? Ah, there it is. Yeah. No, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, the poster and the trailer does tell us that there's gonna be some. We're like, when is it coming? When is it coming? When's the blood?
Yeah. No. Well, that's that.
Well, let's get to the next one.
No. Was there anything you didn't like?
Except for the teeth in the beginning of the plane crash.
Oh, right.
Hated that part.
Wait, what was the teeth thing? I remember I told you about this.
When
but I can't remember it now.
The guy who's supposed to get the
the suck up,
when he grabs Linda and the other guy grabs him, he starts kicking him in the face.
Oh, right.
Make him let go.
Oh, no.
Just teeth keep flying out of his mouth.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. No, I was warning you about the teeth in The Housemaid, which we'll get to.
Yeah, and I haven't seen that one yet, so.
That one is worse. It's more visceral.
Yeah. Other than that, no, there wasn't anything I didn't like. Some tropes, like you said, are kind of like used before. For a moment, they had me fooled. I was like, yeah, she looks like she's thriving on this island.
Yeah.
As in, her skin got better, her hair got better, everything just looked better.
Yeah.
And then, for a moment, I was like, maybe she's actually like less stressed and feeling better with the fresh air and all that stuff. And of course, she had access.
Yeah. Because and also, let's just talk about that part. Yeah, because we have a lot of movies to talk about. There's gonna be a longer episode, but we're gonna have to do shorter reviews, which I think is fine for these movies, honestly. So yeah, spoilers. If you don't want spoiler, get out of here. No more spoiler warnings. We talked about this. This bit is getting old, but I'm gonna do it for a little more. Yeah, when we find out pretty early in the movie, she spots a tourist boat.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Not yet." Which is, I mean, I get it, and then I also don't get it.
Yeah,
because I think at that point she's finding both that she kind of enjoys herself because she's actually started to build something.
She gets to use all the skills she's trained trained up to be on survival, which she never got around to being on.
Yeah,
and she's feeling good, and she can actually tell him what to do a little bit because he's calming down as well.
And that her and him are kind of warming up to each other.
Yeah.
He's not being a total asshole anymore. So she's like, I don't want to go back to the way it was before. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
But you're on a deserted island. You probably should get out of there, So yeah, she doesn't. And then, even more, she discovers that the island isn't even that deserted.
Ew.
It's privately owned, and there's a huge, luxurious mansion on it, which is...
As soon as she said the whole, you see that X on the top of the hill, don't go past it, full of, poison ivy and whatever. I was like, yeah, no,
you immediately realized, there's something there. I was thinking, is there going to be, a vacation resort there or something?
That was I was thinking,
something
too. It was
that.
A full-on resort.
Yeah, which almost would have been more funny, but it would have cost a lot more.
That's what it is in the Amanda Bynes movie. She's just on the other side of a resort with the island she came from.
Oh,
so funny.
No, but so she finds this like a super duper multi-billionaire person owning it because they keep it stocked with fresh fruit even when no one's there, which is what? Okay. And there's champagne, clean water and showers. Oh, she can take showers. And, of course, Dylan O'Brien's character, what is his name? Beckett? Bradley. Bradley starts, after a while, he starts, something's going on. Why is he trying to keep me away from that part of the island? Yeah. And so he after the fight where he almost pokes her eye out, which is so nasty. Classic Sam Raimi, the fake head where you just put your hand into the fake eye. Oh, yeah. He gets into the house, and they have their final standoff there. Yeah, whatever. There's a bunch of back and forth between them though, which we didn't really have to get into. Honestly, it's like, oh, no spoilers, but we don't have to spoil it because, yeah, he proves that even towards the end he is still an asshole. Like, over and over again, he keeps proving like he's not changing. Yeah. And she is changing, but for the worse.
Yeah.
In a way. I mean, some would say this is it's a fucking, it's a boss bitch movie, kind of.
I wouldn't agree.
Well, in the way it ends and everything. But it's also like, she's becoming him a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I still think it's a fuck yeah ending.
I don't know if I agree though, because I didn't really like her character from the beginning.
What? Okay.
I didn't feel like sympathy for her.
Really?
Not really. Like, I understand
from the beginning?
She was, because I don't like the kind of character she was. When you were
a hard worker?
The whole. No, but that's not the issue. It's her personality.
Oh no! Okay, yeah, I'm not saying like she's a fucking, but she's not.
She's a little bit annoying, and I have found it hard to be sympathetic for her then. But I understand, of course, like the part where she was promised a promotion, he's like, no, fuck that. But I also kind of understand why he wouldn't give it to her, because you do have to have a certain, like aura almost, yeah,
to be a CEO.
To be a CEO and to be the face of a company. He doesn't have it. He's a douchebag and doesn't know what he's doing. But she's so unpersonable that it's hard to like talk to her even.
Yeah, but we only see her talk to her cubicle buddy, which is Sam Raimi's daughter. She's called Emma Raimi. I think it's her at least. Yeah, I think it's her. And yes. She was in Drag Me to Hell. Oh, she was mother and daughter at Death Feast. Goddaughter of Bruce Campbell. That's not what I want to know. Who's her dad? Whatever.
Who's her daddy?
It doesn't say. Whatever.
Yeah, and the whole like, who brings a tuna fish sandwich to tuna office?
Oh, come on! No. That's. I mean, I get it, but that's a tuna salad sandwich. That's very different from tuna fish or the whole no microwaving fish, which I also think is bullshit. I've worked in plenty of like cafeteria lunch settings, for the where people, and it is a myth. Unless you're putting a raw piece of fish on a plate and microwaving that, that's gonna stink. But if you have if you're reheating some whatever you call it in English, fiskgratäng, fish casserole, where there's like cream and potato and onions and fish in there, it's not gonna smell. I mean, I get it. It's a joke, and I get the joke, but it's just
No, but I think tuna really fucking smells though.
Yeah, but this is cold tuna in a sandwich with mayo and celery and shit. It's not gonna smell that much. But I get the joke. It's the whole you don't eat fish in the cafeteria joke. Yeah, I get it. But it was
I just.
But listen. I don't know. Okay, I guess we're different. I'm not gonna say she was like a fucking charmer or anything, but I wouldn't like. I don't dislike her because of it. I have sympathy for people like that. I guess that's almost worse. Because they're weird, so we have to be nice to them. That's almost worse. I know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But I don't have sympathy for Bradley either. So I mean,
no.
When anything bad happens to him, really, except for I don't the one where she fake castrates him.
Oh god, that was a
bit
little
too
much.
Far.
But I mean, my face when he.
when he
The
poisons
entire
her,
scene.
even though he fucking doesn't mean to.
Fuck you,
That is also
Linda!
kind of like, you idiot, you dumb fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, overall, I really liked it.
Oh yeah, I did too. Yeah, I have really nothing to complain about other than it feeling a little derivative. But who cares when it's this much fun? But
technically, it's an original movie. Technically, it's
no, I'm not gonna say like, oh,
it has all that stuff.
It is everything we want in a movie.
Yes,
it's an original script. It's a smaller budget. I mean, this is just $40 million.
Oh my god.
But I mean, I hadn't actually looked up the budget until now. I was thinking this is probably somehow they inflated the budget like 90 million, but no, it's just 40 million.
Also, I've seen like clips of interviews with Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien, and holy shit, they're funny, even though there's an age gap and all that stuff.
Yeah,
because like he grew up watching her movies when she was already in her 20s.
Yeah.
So to him, like Mean Girls and all that stuff, that's like cult classics. Right. Because that's what he grew up with. Because he's our age, somewhere in between, I think.
Yeah, he's like
your age.
my age or a year younger or older, I think.
Something like that, yeah. So he was raised on her movies, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, and I mean,
another co-stars.
She's been in a lot of good movies.
She has.
She's in.
Keep forgetting her though, but yeah.
She's in True Detective, although in the one of the bad season, but she's pretty good in that season. She's in season 2. She's in Disobedience. I like that. She's in Game Night. Have you seen Game Night?
I have actually, yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's alright.
She's in Spotlight. Spotlight's pretty good. And yeah, I guess Mean Girls, but whatever.
I've seen more of her older stuff though.
Oh yeah, I didn't even click down. Yeah, she's in she's in Sherlock Holmes movies. I only seen the first one though. It was pretty good. She's in for
me it's the hot chicks and Mean Girls that is the big
and
thing.
Mean Girls, of course, yeah.
Yeah, Wedding Crashers.
Notebook. Have you seen The Notebook?
I've seen parts.
I've never seen it.
I walked away when Ryan Gosling, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Threatens to kill himself if she doesn't go on a date with him when she's on a date with someone else.
That's toxic.
But that's just dumb. That was before toxic masculinity was a thing on the internet.
People have been that's kind of people have been reevaluating that movie, that he's being a fucking it's toxic the way he's acting, and it's
he
like
is
emotional abuse and stuff. It's like, no, it's love. I haven't seen it though, so I'm not gonna defend it.
He literally hangs from the top of the Ferris wheel in front of her. Yeah. Like, dude, wait till she comes down at least.
Yeah. But that's not what we're talking about. Sorry.
No. Overall, I gave this a 4-star.
Yeah, and I gave it a 3.5.
4 out of 5.
It is, if we're gonna be crass about it, it's a 4-star. But and I'll probably change it at some point if I rewatch it or something. But right now, it's like, it's a 3.5.
I also very much like the whole stranded island beach.
Oh yeah,
I love that.
That's one of my favorites. Like one of my all-time favorite movies is Castaway, which is the same thing.
Yeah.
I love the survival angle of living on a deserted island. Yeah.
I also love that there wasn't like super like romance-y stuff. There was this like underlaying little bit. She finds him a little bit attractive.
Yeah. There's a touch of it,
and he kind of plays along with it for a little bit.
But they shoot it down because
then,
he's about to get married, and when the one time they talk about it, talk about the life back home, he does seems to genuinely miss his fiance.
Yeah.
Even though the one time we see them together, it feels kind of like, she's just a hot, lady he's dating. But then he's like, do you miss her? He's like, yeah, I do. Almost like he's realizing it too. I actually do miss her. Oh. And then she dies!
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna,
brutally.
I don't know why I yelled so much. Anyway. No, it's a great movie. I know we're a little late reviewing it, but if it's still playing in your theaters, go check it out. Honestly, check it out on a big screen. It's a fun movie.
Yes, I believe I would have enjoyed it even more if it wasn't a big screen.
Yeah. I don't know why I screamed then she dies. I screamed at the top of my lungs. I don't know why I did that.
You just felt like it.
Yeah. Oh.
Let's do the next movie.
Let's do the next movie. Yeah, let's do the next movie. Well, that's gonna have to wrap this up.
Yes.
This was a long one. Well, it was supposed to be long. It was very long. It's as long as all the movies I'm complaining about nowadays.
Yeah.
I was gonna go see Marty Supreme, and because it's finally out in Sweden, and I realized it was 2.5 hours long, and I was like, 2.5 hours plus the trailers plus traveling to the city and traveling back. That's like a full day.
That's like a day.
That's like a day. It's like 5 hours. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's good, but I'm just not gonna do it, dude. No. Yeah. Not like a spur of the moment thing. If I knew it was coming, I could like prepare. Like, oh, next weekend I'm gonna go see it.
Or you were already in the city for something else, then maybe.
Yeah. It's like, no, dude, no.
Nah.
Anyway, but yeah, this episode is almost 2.5 hours now, and I'm not gonna do much editing since it's Patreon. So.
Yeah.
But that's it. Next week we are gonna be back with a real free episode and a real Patreon episode, so to speak.
Yes.
We're doing Wuthering Heights, the new Emerald Fennel movie. Yeah. I'm so excited. I mean, she's made so many great movies before this. Yeah. But it's Margot Robbie, it's Jacob Elordi. Yeah, sure. Hey, I've seen both her other movies. I didn't like them.
I haven't.
No, exactly. Anyway, and then the Patreon episode is going to be us talking about the 2011 Andrea Arnold version of Wuthering Heights, starring Elizabeth Swann from Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever her name is. Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley. And if I have the time, I'll read the book. It's pretty long, but I'll try to audiobook it. That way I can speed it up. But anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for listening. If you're here in the end, thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon. Have a good one. Bye. The SpoilerCast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It is hosted by Tobias Vedén and Rebecca Vedén. Produced and directed by Tobias Vedén. Executive producer is Annika Vedén. I also want to give a shout out to our patrons over on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene. Matej Vicky, Spencer Gravely, Jacob, Sika85, Christopher Berlin, Daniel Del Gaiso, Mom and Mac, Mom, Dad, and Laura Kinney.